Hello, students. So, today we will do the chapter 9 Madam Rides the Bus from First Flight. Earlier, we have already done part 1 and 2 in our video 1. This is the second video related to this chapter. Now, let's understand part 3rd and 4th, in which you would come to know that how Wali's excitement turned into disappointment and how she came to know about the birth and death mysteries. So, first, she would witness a cow running on the road and she would really enjoying the scene and she would clap, and it would be very funny for her to see a cow running on the road. But on her return to village, she would find that the same cow would be dead on the road, and how she would feel about it, you would understand in this chapter. Because it was her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. Now, the writer is explaining what she had done to have such kind of adventurous journey, means what kind of sacrifices she had made, because she was only 8 and she was collecting money, collecting the information. That was really a big deal of things. So what she had done, okay, such a careful and painstaking journey she was having. So she just had plans for that. She had typically saved whatever stray coins came her way, means she just spent the money very carefully. Okay, if you could say that she saved penny by penny, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. That time, 60 paise was a good amount. So she sacrificed many temptations like buying the peppermints or like toffees, toys, balloons, and many other charms. And in this way, she saved 60 paise. How difficult it had been. So it was really difficult for her to save all such money, particularly that day at village fair. So what was the most difficult one? She was sharing the experience that it was very difficult to go to village fair and not spend any of her pocket money, but she had absolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, even though she had the money. Although she had the money that time, yet she just suppressed her desire to go to have a ride on merry-go-round. She could have a ride. So with this line we could also say that she was fond of riding. Okay, she was tempted to have a merry-go-round, she was tempted to ride a bus. Okay, so she was very adventurous. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. When she collected the bus fare, now the next target was to spare the time, how she could skip, okay, without anybody noticing it. But she managed this without too much difficulty. But it was easy for her to manage. How? Every day after lunch her mother would nap from about 1 to 4. So her mother was having one particular habit, was that is taking a noon nap. Okay, long noon nap. So it was her mother usually had a nap from 1 to 4. That was quite good time, or so, means it could also delay that. So that was really very good for her. Mothers must be aware, because kids could skip out. Wally always used these hours for her excursions. So usually what she was doing in these hours, when her mother was not having watchful eye on her, she used these hours for excursion, means wandering here and there on streets. And she stood looking from the doorway of her house, or rather, looking at the doorway of her house, or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. So now she could really use this time as her first excursion to her town journey, okay, or bus ride, you can say. The bus rolled on now just come back to the bus journey, and she was explaining how she just comprehend with all these. And now again, the bus journey, the writer is describing. The bus rolled on how cutting and the bus rolled on now cutting across a bare landscape. Okay, it was deserted area and it was so beautiful. There were fields, there were mountains far away, and there was so beautiful greenery outside. Now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an old wayside shop. So sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle. Okay, so it was because it was first journey of Wali, so she was very curious to notice down each and everything. So she was noticing down that how it was taking turn, how it seemed that sometimes they were taking over or they were about to collide with other bus, but it never happened. Okay, there were small shops in the way, there were greenery and all these things. She was curiously understanding or memorizing the road. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, but there was no collision such as she was expecting, and they could pass very smoothly with the other vehicles. Leaving all obstacles safely behind, trees came running towards them. As you would just look out outside the moving bus, so it doesn't seem that the bus was moving, it always seemed that it's the illusion it created that the trees were moving. So she started looking, so it seems that the trees were moving, running rather, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So she was noting how the trees were looking like, how the bus was moving, how when they reached near to the trees, how it seems like. So she was noting down each and every single detail, means she was enjoying the journey thoroughly. Suddenly, Wally clapped her hands with glee, and she was so happy all of a sudden, and she started clapping. What happened? A young cow, means a cow cub, tail high in the air, was running very fast. It was a young cow and it was running very fast on the road, right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. So that young cow was maybe new to the road, and that's why the cow was afraid of, and whenever they were honking the horn, it was the cow run very fast. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and faster it galloped. And it was taking any odd turns, and it was just in front of the bus again and again, because maybe the cow was again new to the road. Always right in front of the bus, and ended up always in front of the bus. So that's why Wally was laughing that the cow was not having any common sense to get aside. Okay, it was again and again coming in front of the bus. So somehow this was very funny to Wally, and she was finding it so amusing. Okay, so she laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. So she was laughing so hard that she was full of tears now. That was because of laughing, not because of crying. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Now the conductor again started talking to her. Hey lady, Now you are not tired of laughing because you have already laughed enough. Better save some for tomorrow. So please stop laughing and could save for some for your tomorrow's adventure. At last, the cow moved off the road. Now the cow was moving off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. And now they were crossing the railroad. A speck of train could be seen in the distance, so they could see that the train was moving from a distance. Okay, and it was moving towards their halt. They were just at the crossing, growing bigger and bigger as it drew nearer. And as they were noticing that the train was coming near and near, and it was becoming more and more clear now. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle. So it really made the road rattle. Okay, so even the bus was shaking. Then the bus went on and passed the train station, and after passing of the train, so the bus passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street. So now it took a turn to a well laid shopping street, means they were entering into the town. So this was the sign that they were entering, because shops and everything was there, turning and then entered a wider thoroughfare, and then they could say a busy public road, that is called thoroughfare. Such big bright looking shops, and she could notice that how beautiful the shops were, because in village there were no such showrooms and shops. That's why it was all fascinating for her. What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise, means the things for sale. Such big crowds, means it was a busy road and it was a crowded area. They were entering into the town, and it was so mesmerizing. There were so beautiful display of the showrooms, big showrooms with all the items on sale. So it was so mesmerizing for her. She had never seen such kind of shop and town, all that. Struck dumb with wonder, she was so wondered with such kind of, you say, grand things. Okay, Molly gaped at everything. She was gaping. She was awestruck, surprised. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. Then the bus stopped and everybody got off the bus, but Wali remained on the seat. Hey lady, said the conductor. Again the conductor interrupted her. Aren't you ready to get off? Why you are not going out? This is as far as your 30 paisa takes you. He said that this is only the halt where your 30 paisa could take you. Means you have paid till this only. We won't take you furthermore. No, Wali said. Wali said no. I am going back on this same bus. I am going back with this same bus to my village again. She took another 30 paisa. Look how smart she is. She never paid the 60 paisa altogether. She paid it in like first half and then second half. How smart she was. She took another 30 paisa from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. Again she handed the coins to the conductor. Why, is something the matter? So he asked, so any problem you are having? No, nothing is the matter. She said no. So with these dialogues you could easily get the idea that how confident she was. Okay, and how firm she was not accepting the help of conductor. She was not even indulging in conversation with the women. So this shows that how maturely she was dealing all these things. No, nothing is the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. So she just made it very clear to the conductor that I wanted to have a bus ride, that's all. That's why I came by this bus, and I would go back to my village with the same bus. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now they are here? So now the conductor was tempting her to go outside and have a look at the shops and everything all by myself. Then she said, all by myself means I would go alone. I would be much too afraid. No, 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 it's not a good idea. So, how smartly she answered. So, greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you were not afraid to come in the bus. He said that, but you were not afraid when you had a bus ride. Nothing to be afraid of about that, because she was having all the information. That's why she formally said that, what to worry about the bus ride, because she was having all the information, but she was not having the information to be in the market. That's why she was not taking any risk. So, how smartly and composed she behaved. She answered, well, then why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? So, again, he proposed that why don't you go there and have a drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. You should not be afraid of that. Oh no, I could not do that. She simply rejected it. Well, then let me bring you a cold drink. He offered that, okay, I would get a cold drink for you. No, I don't have enough money. She just rejected by saying that she was not having enough money to buy the cold drink. Just give me my ticket, that's all. She formally said that just give me my ticket, that's I need it. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. He again proposed that, oh child, means I would treat you with my own money. You need not to pay anything. Then how smartly she answered. Really impressive that she was not having that kind of, uh, mm, like trapping in somebody's words, or like she formally said no. This is how wonderfully she composed herself and said no to that man who was offering a simple water. So this is how good quality she was showing at the age of 8, that she was not having any kind of allurement and tempted by others, and she was very firm. Okay, although she was adventurous, although she was curious, but she was also intelligent and smart enough. Okay, so no, no, she said formally. She just rejected it formally. I love this part of her character. Please no. Okay, she said please no. She didn't want to show the rudeness and she simply said please. Okay, so this is another quality of this 8-year-old girl character. She was behaving so maturely. The conductors shrugged, and because the girl was saying formally no, so obviously he was now shrugged. Okay, and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin. Now he was no more indulging in the conversation. So, because the girl was saying no, so it was a clear indication that she didn't want any kind of interruption from him now. So it was time for the bus to begin, and they remained silent and they were having the return journey again. There were many passengers. There were not many passengers. Again, the bus was not having that much full rush. Now the comprehension checks. Please look at the questions. How did Wali save up money for the first journey? It is very important. What did Wali see on her way that made her laugh? What didn't she get? Why didn't she get off the bus at the bus station? Why didn't Wali want to go to the stall and have a drink? What does this tell you about her? So these are all the questions. If you have just understood the page number 121 to 125, you can easily imbibe the question answers. Now let's move to fourth part of this story, which is almost the ending part. Won't your mother be looking for you? Again the conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket, that won't your mother be looking for you? No, no one will be looking for me. So she formally said that no one will be looking for her. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights. Again there was same wonderful scenery. Now to the other side. Wali was not bored in the slightest, and she was not bored. Okay, she was not even a single slightest bored out of this journey, and greeted everything with the same excitement. She was equally excited as she was when she boarded the bus at 1 o'clock. She would felt that this is the first time, and it was the excitement remained as it was 1 hour before or so. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside. All of a sudden, the mood changed when she noticed a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. So, just there when it was hit by some fast moving vehicle. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. She confirmed it from the conductor. Isn't that the same cow which was running in front of our bus when we were moving towards the town? The conductor nodded and he just said yes by nodding the head, and she was overcome with sadness. Now all of a sudden the feeling of sadness overcome. Okay, what had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there. Only a couple of hours ago, she was clapping and she was cheering, and she was so amused by the actions of that cow, and now the cow was dead. And how lovable, beautiful creature it was, and suddenly it turned into a horrible and frightening dead body of an animal, legs uh, spread it out, and these are like, she was so disturbed with all these sight, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes and blood all over, and the eyes of the cow were lifeless, and all over the road there was blood and blood. So it was really disturbing sight for her, and eat such kind of scene. The bus moved on, so the bus started moving on of the dead. So the memory of that dead cow was haunting her, means it was again, the scene was coming into her mind again, dampening her enthusiasm, and it really eaten up all her excitement. Okay, so she no longer wanted to look out the window. Now she didn't want to look outside the window for any kind of adventure. She was so disturbed by the sight. Sat firmly on her seat. She good note. Okay, madam, he answered her, smiling. Whenever you paid a farewell with a happy note by saying that whenever you like having a bus ride, please come with a. So she went. Instead of um, slipping. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wali's aunts. But for God's grace, there was nothing to be afraid of, because she was busy talking to Wali's aunt, one from South Street. She came to her mom from South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox. She was talking, she was having, this aunt of Wali was having the habit of talking too much. That's why it she called her chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. And where have you been? Said her aunt when Wali came in. When she noticed that Wali was coming in, she asked the child, Hey, where have you been? She spoke very casually. she was not at all worried. She was just asking that, hey child, where have you been? Not expecting a reply. She was neither even bothered about the reply of Wali. So Wali just smiled. She just smiled to her, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation, and they continued their conversation again. So Wali's mother was not having the slightest idea that her daughter had a bus ride. Okay, yes, you are right, her mother said. And the mother was saying, yes, you are right to the answers of her aunt's some conversations. So many things in our minds and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? So the mother was replying to the aunt that there are so many things outside the world, and we couldn't experience everything, we couldn't say or comment on everything. So how we can? Oh yes, breathed Wali. And Wali breathed heavily by saying, oh yes. So this para shows that now she understood the deep meaning of life and death. Okay, the first part of the journey was adventurous, full of enthusiasm, joy, and all kind of excitement. But all of a sudden, those excitement turned into sadness. Why? When she noticed that dead cow. So on the same journey, she experienced the both, the joy, the excitement, the enthusiasm, and all kind of curiosity she was having in her mind. And on the same bus ride, she experienced the lesson very early, that is the lesson of death. Okay, so that's why she just said yes to when she said that we couldn't understand it completely. What? Asked her mother. And her mother asked, what? What do you mean? What's that you say? Oh, said Wali, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. Oh, she said that I was just replying to your saying that things could happen without our knowledge. Means we couldn't understand the logic behind everything. Just a chit of a girl, means she is, said her aunt. And yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation, just as though she were a grown lady. She said, huh? How this girl is, huh? She she is interrupting our conversation like she is grown up girl or something. The aunt was commenting on her. And poke her nose means interrupting our conversation. Wali smiled to herself. She was smiling to herself because she knew that she already behaved so maturely. She didn't want them to understand her smile, but then there was not much chance of that, was there? So she didn't want them to understand why she was smiling for, and she was hoping that there was not even a chance that her mother or aunt could understand why she was smiling for, or she was just saying was there would be any chance that the mother would get to know about the bus ride or so on. So it was a beautiful story of an 8-year-old girl, amusing, full of excitement, so full of curiosity, and full of many kind of adventures she had. So it was written by K.S. As I have told you, Tamilian writer, but it was illustrated by R.K. Lakshmanan in English. So this is the story we have understood. I hope each and every page is very well clear to you, and thanks for watching this video. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you for watching.